Welcome to Come Forever number 2. This is On the Fence part 2. Like I said before in the other video, I'm going to touch on things that will put you on the fence. Right now, I'm talking about things because I'm part Cherokee that has put me on the fence. Alright? These things that I'm about to mention are specifically about what affects Native American tribes. So for this video specifically, we're going to talk about tribal casinos and some of the problems that the tribes have had in the 50 states in America, in the conundrum, or I like to call it the clusterfuck of making money to support tribal members. Now, granted, not everyone in a Native American tribe is getting this money. This is why I'm on the fence. Alright, I may even Google some shit like I did in the other one. So, as you know, a lot of Native Americans, and this mostly I think is either West Coast and more of the northern hemisphere of the East Coast, because I don't know if any Native American tribes have casinos in Florida or North Carolina or South Carolina, and here in Virginia I'm definitely not sure. But I do know that like out west in Nevada, California, maybe Oregon, maybe Montana, maybe some of the western Midwest states, most Native American tribes were allowed to open casinos. Let me find out when the first casinos were allowed so I could have some facts. When were the first Native American tribal casinos opened?
According to Britannica, the first Indian casino was built in Florida by the Seminole tribe, which opened a successful high-stakes bingo parlor in 1979. Other indigenous nations quickly followed suit, and by 2000 more than 150 tribes in 24 states had opened casino or bingo operations on their reservations.
Okay, so now we got that out of the way. Now we have some Google facts there. Let's dive in. So, up until 1993, it wasn't really a big problem until the current administration, and you guys can go Google that shit, started having a problem with his money being reduced while Native American money was being increased. Because of the Native Americans needing money, they opened up casinos on the reservation because that's where they could make their money and they didn't have to leave the reservations to get jobs to survive. So our current administration, way back in the 90s, didn't like that. And you can go Google the video, They Don't Like Native Americans to Me, and it'll have Donald Trump in a council of mostly white people, and the white guy in charge said, well, if you go by that, they don't like Indians to me, then you got a whole lot of problems coming on. So I'm bringing up the casinos for a reason. Alright. And no, it's not just because I dislike the current administration and the red-headed steptroll in charge. I could care two shits about that dude. I didn't vote for him. The fact of the matter is that Native Americans had to adapt. And they had to grow with society or we were going to die the fuck off. And I say we because I'm part Cherokee. So I don't think any Cherokee nations have any casinos. So I can't say that. But other Native Americans do have casinos, and they do send money to certain members of the tribe. Alright? And a lot of the tribal people are allowed to collect checks from these casinos because they have the right to have money for the tribe, and they're part of the tribe, so they get some of the money. Not another reason for me to go and try to be accepted by the Cherokee Nation, but, you know, if that's going to get me a check, it couldn't hurt. But that's not why I need that. I need that so I can get through school and better educate myself. Anyway, the lesser I can make it money for me to have to pay in school, the greater it is for me and everyone else. Now, the thing about being a Native American, you didn't get an option when the Europeans came. You didn't get an option. You were either indoctrinated in society, they chopped off your ponytail and shaved your head to the mop top, or you were put on a reservation, or you were locked up, or you were killed, and God help you if you were a woman, because you were raped, you were molested, you were abducted, you were indoctrinated into their society. Not the celestial brides, because that came later with the Chinese and the Japanese women, but for the Native Americans, you were the indigenous bride of this person or that person, and some people would kill your husband and they would take you. So you kind of had it really bad if you were a Native American woman way back before the casinos came into play. So when you're thinking about that, and you watch these old Western movies, and you watch these Native American women getting raped by people, trust me when I tell you, that shit is as true to life as you can get. But the problem is that people didn't want Native Americans to have shit. So this is what used to be, or this is, let's put this right here. This is your reservation. This was your land before your reservation. No. So, you see that? I know y'all see them damn lights. So, we'll have to remake this video.